Hello, and welcome to another episode of Engineers in Cars Fetching Friends from the Airport. Let's see who we have tonight. We have Jennylyn Gleave. She's a TV star. I know her from the Jennylyn show. Oh, that's exciting. It's one of the first TV stars we have on the show. I wonder where she's coming in from today. We just got a message from Jennylyn. She's here. Let's pick her up. Now. Hey, Jennylyn. Welcome back.
Thank you, John.
Where did you just come from?
New York City.
New York City?
And I just escaped all of the chaos.
What chaos is happening there?
This policeman was exonerated after he choked a guy to death.
So there's going to be terrible riots happening, I imagine.
Well, the streets are crowded, and I'm so glad I'm not there now. Plus, it's cold. Cold, cold, cold.
It's not cold, too cold here, but it's rainy.
It's not as cold as that it normally is apparently this time of the year, because I was there last year at this time, and it was freezing. So compared to last year, great.
So what brought you to New York?
I had a very important occasion, two actually. One, to spend Thanksgiving with my mom and my brothers, and two, to celebrate my girlfriend's 50th birthday, which turned into a birthday celebration and an engagement party.
Oh, wow.
A wedding proposal.
Did she accept?
Of course. He's a great guy. She's a lucky woman.
It's good that two great people are together.
Exactly. What have you been doing?
I've just been working and making cooking videos.
Cooking videos?
Did you see my video I put of cooking?
I haven't been watching
chili?
too much. When did you do that?
On the weekend.
Oh, did you have help?
No.
Huh?
All by my lonesome.
And you did you have to buy Pepto-Bismol after?
No.
Good, that means you're a good cook.
I am a good cook.
Uh-huh.
You've eaten my cucumbers before.
That's right. But there's not much to cucumber salad. That's just like slicing and pouring oil and vinegar.
Exactly. That's why I'm so good at it.
So you can't call that cooking. It's preparation. It's slicing.
I preparated a salad.
You sliced and diced. So this place was underwater for 4 days, right? So are we out of a drought now?
No, we're like 4 years away from being out of a drought.
Really? After all that pounding, we still didn't get enough water to take us out of the danger zone?
No, because we need a whole winter's worth of rain, not just 3 or 4 days.
Is there more rain in the forecast, or
there's more rain in the forecast. I mean, the land looks greener, but it has to rain a whole lot more to be out of the drought.
I have to lose some weight.
You do? Why?
I ate way too much. So all I did was eat. The party that I really went for was Saturday night, but it went on to Sunday and Sunday night, Monday and Monday night. It was a 3 or 4 day party.
You can stop partying.
No, and it was more and more and more and more food, and good food, Caribbean food, West Indian food, not the stuff we eat here in California.
What are the West Indies?
There's a string of islands. That's a good question. I don't want to name the wrong islands, but I know for sure that Trinidad and Tobago, I think Barbados, Grenada, St. Vincent, St. Lucia, Antigua, I think they all fall in the chain of the West Indian Islands.
Why are they called the West Indies?
Because I think that they call the islands, that part of the island chain, the Indies, and that's the western part, and then there's an east.
Is that like East would be East India? Like,
you see this fog?
I do see
We
fog.
circled twice. And the first time, we were all about to touch down, and the captain took off again when everybody in the plane was alarmed. I looked at the person next to me, I go, I think we're going back up. And then the pilot comes on and go, please don't be alarmed. You know, we want to make sure that we have a safe landing. And there's so many clouds, so we took off again.
Wow.
And we came back around and took off again. And the third time he goes, we're going to do this the traditional way. I don't know what that meant, but we landed, thank God, and we're safe. But geez, I can't believe how thick this fog is. We didn't even see the runway.
That's why San Francisco gets closed so often.
I know. I was thinking, are we going to have to go back to New York?
Well, they wouldn't bring you back to New York. They'd probably land Oakland or San Jose or the nearest airport that's not fogged in. They have to take a bus.
Thank God we're on the ground because I was ready to get out of that airplane. It's a long flight. It's longer than your flight. How long is your flight going to be?
I don't know.
You go to Canada all the time. How can you not know?
I don't remember. It's like 4 hours.
This was almost 7.
It's almost 7 hours?
Almost. Going at 6, and it's shorter, but coming back, it's always longer.
That's because the wind is...
We're going against the wind. Yeah. We had more turbulence coming, which I love. If I have a flight without turbulence, it's boring. It's like, come on, plane, rock a little bit.
Well, like
I need to shake, rock and roll.
Like an amusement park ride.
Yeah, something like that.
Do you like roller coasters?
No, but I love turbulence. I like when the plane feels like it's dropping.
I hate that the worst.
Well,
my stomach, falls out of my
I had a boyfriend.
body.
There was an Air Force pilot in Guyana, and he did crazy things with me in airplanes. So I think I got over that fear.
Crazy things?
Yeah.
In airplanes?
Yeah, he was a crazy pilot, and I was with him a lot of times, just him and I, in those Air Force airplanes, doing daredevil stuff. And the first few times I freaked out and thought I was going to have a heart attack, and then I realized if I died, he would die too, so he wouldn't do anything that would compromise our lives.
Yeah, but kids are crazy.
He wasn't quite a kid.
They push the edge. I think they're more skilled than they are.
Well, he's deceased, but
there you go.
Not in an airplane crash. No.
Okay.
So my house is probably like an ice box.
I've not seen your house since you left.
Well, I didn't suspect you'd want to go hang out with my silent buddies that live there.
Your ghosts?
My ghosts. I didn't think you'd have fun with them.
Man, me and ghosts have a good time.
This is still hanging here?
Yeah. I need to be reminded not to park in the wrong spots.
So I wore this dress to the party on Saturday that was...
I saw the dress you wore to the party.
I bought that dress in a hurry and had no clue what it looked like on me until I saw a photograph of it. And even I have to admit I mortified myself. I'm like,
scandalous.
Oh my good Lord, I'm too old for this.
Didn't you try the dress on when you bought it?
I tried it, but you know what? When you sit down, then things shift around. And when I tried it for like 2 seconds and stood and looked in the mirror, and everybody went, it's beautiful on you, and I was out the door.
So you looked at it standing up, or you only looked at it sitting down?
I didn't look at it when I'm sitting down and being photographed and things flopping around.
Yeah, a lot of flopping going on.
a lot of visibility that I wasn't really wanting to have visible. But anyway, it's history now. I've already worn it. It got so much attention.
You made some new friends.
I got a lot of email comments, Facebook comments from people that I didn't even know are my Facebook friends. I'm like, that's a nice dress you were wearing there. And I don't really think it's my best dress. It's not my favorite dress. And I doubt that I'll ever wear it again unless I do something about the front of it to make it less revealing.
You can wear it to the symphony or to the opera.
Or to Maui. And by the way, she wasn't surprised.
She wasn't?
She walked in and from her face it was obvious that she wasn't surprised. But her friends hid me and that was the surprise.
Oh, so she knew there was a party.
Too many big mouth people in our family, somebody leaked. So
did she know she was going to be proposed to though?
No, that was a surprise. Nobody knew except him.
Okay.
So everyone was surprised. She was very surprised. She got teary. We both kind of cried because it was very emotional. Because, you know, she walked around, said hi to everybody, and I was in the very back hiding behind her friends. And then they said, Jackie, but we have another surprise for you. And then they moved and I was there. And she's like, oh my God, what are you doing here? Like, are you kidding? If I had to walk to Long Island, I wasn't going to miss this.
How long had they been dating for?
14 years.
14 years?
Well, they dated and then they kind of broke off and then they got back together. I think they've been together again for maybe 5 or 6 years. Second time around.
How's your mom doing?
She was not very well because she took the flu shot. Jennifer will love this. She took the flu shot and the flu shot made her sick, very sick. So,
yeah, I don't know what the flu shot. I don't take flu shots.
I told her never to take it again. I've never had one personally. There's some shots, I guess I'm starting to buy into you shouldn't take flu shots, any kind of shots.
Is flu shots a new thing? Like, I don't remember growing up.
No, you grew up
getting
with
flu shots.
You grew up with shots. I'm sure you had polio.
I've been vaccinated for. I've been vaccinated for all those things, but I don't think we ever got flu shots every year.
I think.
Is that a new thing people are getting?
Over the last 10 years, I think that I found out about that. If it existed prior, I was not aware of it, but that could be a cultural thing as well. We don't give them in South America, but we don't have seasons.
You don't have flus that much, do you?
We do have flus, but we don't have seasons.
So it's always flu season or never flu season.
Right. I think they only give them at winter time because apparently that's when most viruses are floating around.
I think it's because people congregate indoors in close quarters more often.
Maybe
and that's how it spreads.
But also there are a strong percentage of people who believe that you get flus from the cold weather. It causes you to get a cold, which turns into whatever.
You don't get a cold from cold weather, but the cold weather could lower your immunity.
And apparently more bacteria and viruses thrive at that time. I don't know. Who knows?
I had a cold too while you were gone. From Saturday to like Tuesday.
I heard it when I talked to you.
I had a pretty bad. Well, it wasn't that bad.
I'm glad you're over it.
It could have been worse. I ate a lot of oranges and Chinese chicken salad. So hopefully those two things together helped me through it.
So is the Chinese chicken salad your diet?
It's my new diet. I'm on a strict Chinese chicken salad diet.
Good for you.
That's all I'm eating these days.
And you're satisfied?
I guess.
That's not compelling.
It's my lot in life.
That sounds like I'm talking myself into being satisfied, although I
would rather have, when I'm at Armadillo Willie's, I'd rather have the, spicy chicken barbecue sandwich. Because that tastes better. But the Chinese chicken salad is healthier, so I eat that instead. So my friend is telling me I'm getting fat.
You got some awful friends. Who's telling you that?
I'm not sure you know her.
I'm sure it's nobody I know.
No, you don't.
Right. And I'm one of your outspoken friends, and I would never tell you that.
Really? Trying to stay away from the carbs. Trying to stay away from the bread.
Oh my gosh, I was a pig today.
Did you have lots of carbs?
I was in JFK and I was hungry and I didn't feel like eating sandwiches. I walked into the shop and I grabbed a bar of Godiva and ate it all by myself. I'm like, oh my God, I cannot believe I just ate a bar of Godiva.
Is it dark
I got to get up tomorrow and exercise, huh?
Is it dark chocolate or milk chocolate?
No, and it wasn't dark chocolate.
Oh, because dark chocolate's good for you.
And then I ate a whole bag of raisins and a whole thing of Cheez-Its. Not a small one, a big one. And that was my dinner.
That's
it was junk. It's so not me.
You should have got a burger.
Well, I believe that anything done in moderation can hurt you. It's not like I'll probably never do that again for another 5 years. So I guess I'm alright.
That's okay then. Once in 5 years is not bad.
Yeah. I have not had chocolate. I love Godiva. If I'm going to eat chocolate, that's my favorite chocolate that you can buy in America.
You know what's the best? Milk chocolate covered almonds from Ghirardelli.
That's what you say.
That's amazing stuff. I just can't stop eating that stuff.
I don't like Ghirardelli chocolates. I don't like American chocolates. No offense to anybody watching this. Give me Swiss chocolate any day.
The Canadian chocolate tastes different than American chocolate. I think it's more European.
I think all of those chocolates made outside of the U.S. taste different. And I grew up in a British territory, so the first thing I noticed when I came to America is that something was off with the chocolates. I'm like,
me too. Like
it doesn't taste the same, so I wouldn't eat it.
We have Kit Kat chocolate bars in Canada, and they taste a lot different than the ones here. The chocolate's different.
They're milkier.
Yeah.
Whereas this one tastes waxier. I can't quite put my finger on it, but I just know it's a less quality. It's not as good quality as what I'm used to. That suitcase is so heavy that I'm not even going to attempt to
it barely
take it
fit in my trunk. That's how big
I know.
it is.
And the guy at the Virgin Airlines counter, JFK, he goes, "You're overweight, you know." I go, "What? I thought on Virgin you only paid $25 per piece." He goes, and then he told me to wait, and he goes, "You're over, but I'm not going to charge you." I go, "I can live with that, thank you." He didn't charge me.
You accept his freedom, his free bag.
I said, "You're going to go to heaven, thank you."
That's all it takes to go to heaven?
That's all it takes to go to heaven. Have compassion. But seriously, the reason I like to fly with Virgin is because you could bring any number of bags as long as you paid $25. I never knew there was a weight limit on them. I found that out today. I think this has been reinforced lately. Because I always travel and I never even wanted to throw things as much as I could get in there. And then zip it.
When I was a young boy, you could take as many bags as you wanted. It seems like you didn't pay anything.
And they fed you.
And they fed you. You didn't pay anything.
And I think pretty soon we're going to have to pay to burp on the damn plane. So they're going to start charging us to use the toilet. I think that's the only thing free now.
That'd be good. We could down on the lines. You don't have these people frivolously going to the bathroom. You don't really need to go.
Oh, I was hanging out with the flight attendants and they had me dropping off people's drinks. It was hilarious. I should tell this on camera. I went to use the restroom and I decided I wasn't going to go back and sit down in that seat because I was sick of sitting in that little corner because I had a window seat. And so I went back there and I started talking to them. You know me, I talk to everybody.
I know you.
And I go, "Do you guys have dishes you want me to wash?" And they were laughing and they said, "But you can help us deliver some drinks." And I go, "Take this to 16A. Well, I'm blind as a bat. So I could find 16, but I didn't know who was A. I couldn't tell which seat was A without my glasses. So I just kept going, "Did you order this? Did you order this?" And they're looking at me like, "Who the hell are you? And why are you bringing my drink?" But it was a riot. I had fun doing that. And then I went back to my seat and I watched a movie called The Other Woman. I'm going to buy that movie.
It was good?
I was laughing hysterically.
Is it a comedy? Because you laugh in movies where guys who are cheating get killed and shot.
It was a comedy and it was at Cameron Diaz and I can't remember the two women in there. But the cheating guy and all the women came together and plotted against him. It's really...
Oh, you love those movies.
We have to watch it.
You love movies where women plot against the cheating.
I paid $8 for it, but you know what?
$8 for the movie?
Yeah, but I was like, I can't take 2 more hours just sitting here like this, watching the riot in New York.
Wait, you got to pay for the movies on the plane?
Yeah.
How does that work?
You swipe your credit card.
You don't get to see a movie unless you pay for it?
You can watch Jerry Springer, CNN, ABC, and I didn't want to watch that. So the movie just occupied my time. It ended and we landed.
I bring my own movies on my iPad, so I don't have to worry about that. I remember to bring movies on my iPad.
On your iPad movies? Yeah. And by the way, I'm ticked off at Apple. Apple, all you Apple people, listen to me. I have an iPad, and now it isn't worth anything because it's an older iPod. I gave it to my mother. I set it up. She can't do anything. She can't Facebook. She can't even play games. They're forcing her to buy a new iPad because of all the upgrades. The iPad is stuck at upgrade iOS 5.1, and it wouldn't allow her to go upgrade any higher than that.
Okay.
She's an old lady. She just needs the iPod to play some games.
Why can't she do that with iPad iOS 5?
Because none of the games, all the games have been upgraded to the iOS upgrade, so now they're no longer compatible with the iPad.
That's Apple's fault.
It is Apple.
They don't make the other apps.
You guys are the ones making the upgrades.
No, we don't. We make the iOS upgrades. We don't make the other apps. We don't force them to upgrade.
But then it's those that they're not compatible. Once you upgrade, they're no longer compatible, and I think it's unfair because older people don't have the money to keep going out and buying a new iPod every time you guys come out with a new one. I am going to start a coalition to go after Apple for doing this to older people and
Apple
poor
didn't
people.
do to anybody.
Apple, can you hear me? You need to fix the iPod issue.
I'm going to edit this part out.
Why?
It's not Apple's fault. It's the app makers.
You're not going to edit this part out.
App makers
you are not going to edit this out.
And the people who make applications.
I spent 3 hours, and my mom can't use that iPad for anything. It's only good to be dumped.
The people who make the Facebook.
And it's brand. The iPad is like new.
The people who make the Facebook application made it so they would run on iOS 5. It's their fault, not Apple's fault.
As you guys upgrade your software, all the other operating systems have to do what you do in order for them to be compatible. So that's a BS excuse, and you know it.
No, I don't think I understand the technology. All right.
Thank you, Jenny boy.
Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you for interviewing me, and do not edit out the part about Apple.